Okay, where were we? Oh, wait a minute. What universe is this? Okay, we're okay. Before we got interrupted by a friend of mine who helped me install that little beastie up there, which you probably can't see. And I don't have a camera operator to do this for me, so there it is. Now all we gotta do is get it wired. I've got some Romex there that's 12 gauge, but since we're running that at 30 amp, I really want to get some 10 gauge, so we gotta wait to get that. Till then, we have our little oscillating heater back here. That is actually keeping it fairly warm today. It's not too bad. It's showing 64 degrees in here, which is sight better than the 40 degrees we started out in this morning. So we got layout here. This truss rod will work with this. However, I don't think it's going to work for this build. It's a little long. It is a single action. I do want a dual action. If I had worries about the counter bowl, a cheaper wood would probably have some sort of a counter bow once it's settled. I worry about this once I cut into it. After I get this all laid out and set up, and get my truss rod groove in place. This is where this 18-inch I think is going to work better for me. I can adjust my length here just a little bit as well, not by much. Right now, this is beautifully set with about a ½ inch variance that I can play with and still get plenty of intonation length from my saddles. Again, I'm going into this, as I said before, probably didn't finish. This is my first build. So I'm going at it very methodically and very carefully, laying everything out. I'm looking at, I can always change bodies, but a neck is forever. So I'm building it like that in the viewpoint that every tiny piece of wood that I take off of here is going to be very methodical until I get to the shape that I'm looking for. Don't have a whole lot of money for extra wood, although I've got a lot of cherry. If I had to, I could very easily glue a bunch of this cherry together and make a neck out of it. I've got some oak that I can do the same with. In fact, I've got a piece of oak here that is slated for another project using this scarf joint jig that I made. And of course, this is untested yet. So once we run a few scraps through here, we'll put that in there. And that is a 12-degree angle scarf joint. I've got that for probably this body. This neck and this body is fine, but I've got some other plans. I've got a really nice large chunk of walnut that I like this body shape. I've got another variant of this that's a little wider, and I might actually sweep this up a little farther up towards the 12th to 14th fret. The body may sweep back this way a little bit more. All still in my head, haven't put it down on paper. We'll get to that. That's a whole other build. I've got parts to build a complete guitar now. If I scavenge the parts off of my kit, my first ever build, the Akaso P-bass, I can scavenge those parts to build yet another different guitar. Nothing's set in stone. This is all experimentation. We're learning. So learn with us. Yeah, learn with us. That's kind of the whole key of this thing here. So we're going to get busy laying this out a little better, and we ordered another truss rod. Yeah, so we'll have 3 truss rods before this is all done, said and done here within the next week. We have this, which is 22 3/16, I believe. I have a 20 1/8 dual action on the way, and an 18-inch dual action on the way. The 20-inch I think will be more suited for this particular neck, so we won't really do much more layout on this other than the tracing of this and alignment here. And I may not even do that, to tell you the truth, just thinking about it, because I want the truss rod here for its true measurements. Advertised 20 1/8 could be 20 3/16, it could be 20 1/16. I need those measurements to accurately do this. I don't like cutting into anything like this, even though this is a simple flat plane basically. There's no neck, like 2 or 3 degree neck offsets. There's no offsets on the head other than what I cut into it, and that would just be a gradual curve. Although this head design lends itself to some possible curving, and I kind of think I might like that. So we'll play with that a little bit more in the future. Like I said earlier, this is Christmas Eve day, and everything is so nice and quiet outside. I love it. With the sun coming out finally, and like I said, it's warming up in here. Oh, it's up to 65 now. Imagine that. I still feel a little chilled, but this is progressing nicely. I did get, when I mentioned carving, just got a new set of solid carbide rotary bits for my little, this is a fairly inexpensive little bench grinder. The wheels on it aren't worth a damn, but it has this wonderful flex attachment that goes in on this side and allows me to use like these little sanding drums and these carbide bits, and we're going to be playing around with that, I believe, on this body. I've got a few ideas for some wood carving in here, just give it a little interest. Nothing says it has to be a flat body. Does it? I don't know. At any rate, I'm going to consume more coffee. I'll put my pencil to the writing stone, because I don't want to do that to my nose, and get to thinking about what we're going to do with this neck and with this neck. And in the meantime, probably clean up most of this mess, since most of what we've done over the last 3 or 4 days has been in the interest of getting tools organized much better to where I can find them. And again, I'll have my cameraman slowly pan around over here, and you can see where we've added a few things and expanded a few others, so that we can much better find things when we need them. Am I still here? So, without ado, I'm going to go back to the computer and see about a little bit more instructional value from YouTube has been invaluable, obviously. Quick shout out to Ben at Crimson Guitars. Your videos have been wonderfully both entertaining and extremely informative. The guys down at Texas Toast, you guys have got some great videos as well. And yes, I know I'm not taking any of your videos for actual instruction, but I've got enough woodworking under my belt that I can pretty much extrapolate what I need and figure it out from there. So stay upright, breathing, and creating, because that's what I'm going to do. See ya. Hey everybody, it's about 10 to 1 now, Christmas Day, and Santa is packing up all his goodies. We didn't quite get everything cleaned up that we wanted to. We'll do that tomorrow when we are cooking up some side dishes for Christmas dinner, and we'll see how that goes as we bake up a few more goodies. In the meantime, time to pack it up. Everybody have a Merry Christmas, have a safe Christmas. If you like what you see, do leave me some comments on what you like to see with this base build. And I've got a few other goodies that we're going to throw in here too. I've got another hunk of walnut for another body that we're going to maybe experiment with. So we'll keep you up to date on that. Till then, be safe, have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you.